standing 6 feet 1 inch. He weighed in at 186 pounds. He's a freestyle fighter who's undefeated with 7 wins, no losses. From Queen Creek, Arizona, introducing Matt Lucas. And in a moment across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner in this 3-round attraction, standing 6 feet 3 inches, he weighed in at 186 pounds. His record stands at 10 wins, 1 defeat, hailing from Houston, Texas, introducing John Once again, referee in charge, Lee Rogers, now to give instructions, 3 5-minute round schedule.
All right, Skull exclusive middleweight action here on ProElite.com. Both fighters getting ready for battle. Your thoughts on this bout?
Ooh, a tough battle here. Tough one to pick, Todd. I'm going to say Matt Lucas because, again, I believe that wrestling skills are such an important part of mixed martial arts. And if you're as supreme as he is, supposedly, then I'm going to have to say Matt Lucas.
All right, fair enough. John Kirk snaps out a body kick early and now going to the leg. So he obviously has the wrestling background, well scouted, but there's a takedown by Lucas.
And a beautiful takedown it is. Kirk was coming right in with a couple punches. Oh, and a nice overhand left there by Lucas. He's showing more skills than just a wrestler here. He's laying down the hammer.
Lucas now has side control, has everything going his way thus far in the fight. And El Jaguar doing everything he can.
And a good job to get into side mount. You can see the grappling skills right there as he was trying to pummel up. He got kicked up by the leg kick. He came right around and hit the side mount. Now he's right back in now, and he's putting the left. I'm really shocked here, Todd. I'm really surprised by the ability Matt Lucas is having to be able to land with such ease with that left.
Lucas is pounding away, but you got to watch out there. El Jaguar had the wrist control. Is maybe going to have the makings of an armbar, but absolutely just bludgeoning his opponent here is Lucas.
You can see the abrasions already on the Jaguar's face.
Right there. Yeah, the Jaguar might need to have 9 lives in this one if it keeps going this way.
Again, Lucas needs to try to pummel up here and rain right back on with those lefts. It's what's been landing all day long.
Lucas with that wrestling background, he's got great balance. It's going to be hard to sweep him here. He's got leverage.
Kirk,
he is powerful. He's pounding away with these strikes.
Kirk looks opened up now. Oh, and that's a big elbow, and I can see blood coming down now, Todd.
Again, those big forearms, perfectly legal. They just can't be vertical descending elbows. Now a big straight left.
Very, very impressive round so far from Matt Lucas.
And how much gas is draining from the tank here of El Jaguar when you got somebody the power of Lucas just riding you here?
Not only does he have the problem with the stamina, now the blood is trickling down from the eyes and nose, which is going to make breathing that much harder for him.
Kirk cannot stay in this position much longer. And look at just overpowering him. Just
left after left. He's found his home, and there is no answer for John Kirk has for him.
And the crimson is flowing from the face of John Kirk. He is in big trouble here with 2 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the first round.
If Lucas could find a way here into full mount, that might be the end of John Kirk.
As you mentioned, Scarlet, breathing is going to become an issue here with that kind of blood flowing now. Just painting the face of Kirk.
And you said it's a war of attrition, and you gotta wonder here. There's the rubber guard looking for triangle. I was gonna say you gotta wonder here how much stamina Matt Lucas is using as he's throwing an absorbent amount of punches here in this round.
John Kirk trying to shove him away there with the legs, but relentless is Lucas right back on top of him.
Definitely some fight in the Jaguar left though.
Did you hear the snap and the thud of that elbow? There's velocity behind it, and he is pounding away.
This is a really good job of ground and pound here by Matt Lucas. But you can see John Kirk continues trying to This is an interesting move by John Kirk.
Yeah, basically on a body scissors there.
And now Matt Lucas is giving up his back. John Kirk can go for a rear naked choke here. He's got it in.
Well, you question the stamina of Lucas. Do you think that Kirk was maybe letting him punch himself out a little bit there?
Unfortunately, Kirk just let it go, but he had it sunk in for a second there. Now Kirk is starting to lay away on Lucas.
Well, I think Kirk wants to give a little receipt here, maybe give Lucas a little taste of his own medicine.
Just an impressive way that John Kirk got even into this position, using his leg strength to basically flip Matt Lucas over. As yes, the stamina of Matt Lucas might have played into Lucas giving up so easily there. Now he's taking the punishment, and we got two guys bleeding.
Yeah, he was able to scissor the body with the legs and then secure the body triangle, and when you squeeze down with that, that will also make it hard for Lucas to breathe in this position.
You got two guys using a whole lot of energy here in round one.
Going to be interesting to see what they have left.
Oh.
If we do, in fact, make it to round two, but wow, he was cranking there.
It was more like a crossface when it.
And round one comes to a close, and it was exciting. Wow. Let's take a look back at some of the action here, Scala.
Here you go. You got a Muay Thai leg kick there from John Kirk to start this off. Then John Kirk's going to come try to run in, and Matt Lucas is going to catch him, pick him up, and ram him to the ground. From there, Lucas begins his onslaught of ground and pound, laying those left hands in and finding a home with his range in John Kirk's face all night long. Eventually, he's going to continue to punch, use elbows to open up John Kirk. Here he just continues to throw those lefts.
I'll tell you, though, I was impressed because for a long time around one, looked like he wasn't going to have an answer for the riddle of the ground and pound, but he found one. Let's see if he can get some momentum going here in round two.
Completely agree with you. I would have liked to see. That was a nice inside knee there from John Kirk. Matt Lucas is able to take him down, kind of similar to the first round, but that time he got Kirk landed his knee.
Yeah, but there you have that age-old danger of giving your leg up to a wrestler because they'll take advantage and get you down more times than not, Scala.
Absolutely. He's not going to be able to choke him out from that position. I can tell you that much. If I was Matt Lucas, I'd be trying to move up this ladder here. I'd be trying to get myself into full mount. You obviously know there's a big fight in John Kirk, and obviously his leg strength is pretty incredible. So to just sit in the same mount position that you got yourself turned around before you put into a rear naked choke, I don't necessarily understand that game plan for Matt Lucas.
And at this point, I mean, the ground and pound so effective for Lucas in round one. Kind of surprised to see him deviate from that so far in round two. He's going to have to get some sort of action going here. The referee's going to keep an eye and maybe stand him up. But as I say that, he snaps off another forearm. Working him up against the cage. Going to use the cage as an ally here, Scala.
Yeah, I mean, he could try to use it here. You know, I'm just looking at these two guys, and I got to say, I think their energy is completely spent from that first round onslaught, which was incredibly exciting on the ground. And you don't always see such an exciting fight on the ground. But now, looking at this beginning of round two, we're a minute and a half in, and it seems that might have taken the toll and set the pace for the rest of the fight. Where it looks like Matt Lucas is just going to try to use his superior ground skills to keep John Kirk on the ground.
Pace has noticeably slowed here in round two, and as we talked about, Scala, it's going to be a war of attrition. It may just end up being who has more left in the tank.
Well, you can see it actually from this camera angle we're looking at right now, Todd. John Kirk's mouth wide open. Matt Lucas on top, mouth wide open. When your mouth's wide open, folks, that means only one thing: you can't breathe.
It also means you're very susceptible to a knockout if you get caught.
Here you got Kirk again trying to use those leg strength. Oh, Matt Lucas, nice left and right. See, now if Matt Lucas would just stay a little bit more busy, because he's got him put here against the cage, he might be able to end this fight with a barrage of punches. Now, what I don't understand here, Todd, is why the ref is not standing him up.
Yeah, you've seen it more and more in MMA these days that the referees, if the fighters are not pressing the action, they will stand and back up. I am surprised that there hasn't been a stand-up here yet, because neither guy really doing a whole lot at this moment.
No, because since he got taken down, we're probably about two and a half minutes into this round since they've hit the ground. And Matt Lucas is throwing a couple punches here and there, and there was one attempt of a submission by John Kirk, but they've pretty much been laying on each other. And I like ground fighters personally, and I think all mixed martial arts is a great game. You've got to have the ground, but when you got a ref who's not going to put the action back to the top, the fans are not going to enjoy this. And then it's not going to be fair to a guy like Matt Lucas, who's doing a great job in this fight.
Lucas again trying to strike out guard. He's got him pressed up against the cage. He's just smothering him here. But I don't. How much does he have behind those strikes at this point? As exhausted as he seems.
He's absolutely. I would say not much. You can see he's absolutely exhausted. He's the only one throwing punches. And it also, you know, folks, even though he's on top, it takes a lot of strength to keep yourself on top. You know, it's your body weight against somebody else's body weight. You can hear the boo starting to rein in now. We are now at a minute 10 in this round, and you have yet to have a referee come in and stand them up. A horrible, horrible job by this ref.
Well, the MMA fans are so educated. You saw they went to the ground. They did not boo right away, but they know what's going on here. They want to see more action.
Right,
they know as well as we do that a stand-up should take place right now.
No problem if Matt Lucas is going to control the ground and take him back to the ground and continually take him back to the ground. That's his game. But there's got to be attempts for John Kirk to be able to get on his feet. He's done a good job here of defense. He's not let Matt Lucas take complete control of him. And you got to give that the chance of the fighter on the ground to have an ability to get back up and start from scratch. That's the beauty of mixed martial arts.
Inside 30 seconds to go now in the second of 3 scheduled 5-minute rounds. And Lucas at this point seemingly just holding on. He knows he's in the lead in this fight, but not really, no sense of urgency to finish, it seems like.
And it's really tough for me not to criticize the ref here, as it's just a complete horrible job. Not giving an opportunity to John Kirk, not giving an opportunity for Matt Lucas to be appreciated, not giving, more importantly, an opportunity to these fans here in attendance that want to see a great fight.
Couldn't agree with you more. Well said there, Scala, but back to business. At the end of 2, how do you have this thing scored?
These guys are so tired. I think they were hoping it ended after 2. I'll tell you about that, but let's go back to this replay here. You got another inside knee by John Kirk, takes him down by Matt Lucas. There it is again. Similar from first round. Then Matt Lucas is back in control in the ground and pound. He's going to stay in the mount. He never moves to full mount. You know, Kirk makes that one attempt there to push him back off with his body weight, but Lucas stays on top. I would say tired.
Yeah, I think they're ready to head to the back at this point, but there's 1 round to go. Going to be interesting to see if one of these 2 fighters can dig down deep.
And there you go. Same thing, round 1, round 2 to round 3. John Kirk comes forward with a punch. Matt Lucas is there, blocks it, and easily takes him down. You can't fault Matt Lucas there because he's able to take him down. You know, John Kirk's off balance. He's not able to defend it. That's very interesting. Now you got the ref standing them up immediately. So at least maybe he knows in that first round. In that second round, it wasn't proper what he was doing.
I don't know, Scully. You got up for a second in between rounds. Did you go have a word with our referee by chance?
You know, I might have said something.
Both men standing, and again, just overpowers him, does Lucas. Just seems to have way more strength, a compact frame, and a lot of power packed onto it.
Right there.
Again, folks, you're seeing the same thing you saw in round 1 to round 2 is now carried over to round 3. It's the superior ground and pound game of Matt Lucas and the inability of John Kirk to defend himself from being taken down.
I gotta ask you though, Scarlett, Kirk, out of his 10 wins, 6 have come by way of submission. Are you surprised that he's not trying to walk up here, maybe try and secure a triangle, do something to try and work a submission here?
No, Todd, because you know what? Looking back on these first 2 rounds, he definitely made a couple attempts for the triangle. He tried to move his legs up. He used rubber guard once. He tried to come up. More attempts, sure. I'm a little surprised he's not trying more, but again, he is just getting onslaughted with punches. He can barely breathe. He's just trying to protect himself at this point. He's got all this body weight on him. Lucas just keeps coming forward here, and he gets again. You know, he tries to move his legs up. He's trying to lock the position over the shoulders. Lucas is doing a good job of keeping himself out of that danger. And again, you know, I fault the ref. That was a quick pickup with 20 seconds. You know, he either stands him up too early or he stands him up way too late. So as immediately as Matt Lucas takes him down, he stood him up in 20 seconds. And then now, since Lucas taken him down again, we're another 2 minutes in with not much punching. And again, they're just sitting there.
Yeah, maybe at some point the referee will find a happy medium and get a proper stand-up.
And he's going to stand him up. And you can hear the crowd. They're very excited. You know, folks want to see a fight.
Certainly, and El Jaguar, this is his window of opportunity, but he's got to do something to create some distance and avoid the takedown. He's going to have to circle.
He continues to make, you know, and right there, that's John Kirk's own fault. He continues to make his own, to make up his own mistakes here. He starts with the leg kick again, not knowing that the first 2 times he's thrown leg kicks and left himself off balance, he's been taken down. He then follows it up with the wild punch and brings himself right into close range for Matt Lucas, who obviously is not affected by the punches or kicks at this point. And Lucas is just going to grab him and say, hey, I'm the grappler here. I'm going to take you down.
Yeah, that was deja vu there. You know, Kirk has gone for that a number of times. He's gone back to the well over and over, and the bucket comes up dry every single time.
And that time the referee does a good job of standing him up in the proper fashion. And now you got Matt Lucas coming forward saying at this point, all right, well, that's my game. I now know. He said, are you coming forward? I'm going to come forward. I'm going to take you down. I don't have a problem there with Matt Lucas and his ability to drive in and take him down. That's the game plan at this point, you know. John Kirk needs to do something. Lucas has found out what works for him. He's scoring with it. It might not be the most exciting way. The fans might not be that excited at home, but Matt Lucas is doing what he's got to do to put another W on his unblemished record.
Yeah, he's not undefeated for no reason, that is for sure. And you can't fault him for going with what brought him to the dance, his wrestling background.
No, and again, you know, I'm gonna take that first round with me as something to remember about Matt Lucas's, you know, first showing here in Elite XC, because I thought that first round he was very exciting. He was landing big time punches in a very exciting form of ground and pound. He just might have gassed himself out, and now he's doing what he's got to do to stay on top and win. You can't fault Matt Lucas for that.
Certainly can't, playing it safe, doing what he has to do to get the win. 30 seconds to go now in the fight. And barring some sort of miracle by El Jaguar, it looks like Lucas is well on his way to a unanimous decision here.
30 seconds, man. Work on. Come on, let's go. Keep working.
I'd actually like to see Matt Lucas and Ricky Fukuda at the 185-pound weight limit. That, to me, would be a very interesting ground war, because it seems that Lucas is going to take all his fights to the ground, Todd. So the best thing, you know, you can hope for a guy like that to meet in a cage and make for an exciting fight is another very exciting ground fighter.
Certainly so. It'd be interesting to see if Fukuda would be able to hang with the power of Lucas. But here we go. End of the fight there. Both men showing mutual respect. And round 3 looked pretty much like a carbon copy of the rest of the fight.
Yep, you got the wild left punch. Matt Lucas grabs him, takes him down, then uses his superior takedown skills to take him down to the mat, and then just starts to put a couple ground and pounds in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. All 3 judges scored about the same, 30-27 in favor of the winner, and still undefeated Matt Lucas.
All right, hope you enjoyed this exclusive action on ProElite.com. We're here in the booth. Hey, at least in between rounds, you're at home taking in all the action. You can go grab a beer or a sandwich. We'll see you right back here on ProElite.com for more great action.
Hey, Matt Lucas, congratulations, man. Did everything go according to plan out there? I mean, you got the takedown early on, had a little trouble maybe in round 1 with him on your back, but other than that, just a consistent ground and pound victory. I mean, did it go according to plan?
Yeah, you know, I gassed out a little bit. My first time down 185 pounds, so, you know, a little light-winded toward the end. I just had suck in the weight, but, yeah, I had trouble passing the guard. I got to work with you a little bit to pass the guard, so I had some trouble.
So you think making the weight was one of the main problems?
I'll use that excuse right now for, you know, being kind of weak out there toward the end, but, yeah, I think cutting down to 85 was pretty tough, but, yeah, I'll use that excuse.
But hey, there's nothing wrong with that if you're feeling it in the muscles. Well, was it more of because I mean it was vicious ground and pound during the first round, and yeah, you look like you lost a step there in the second round. But was that when you felt it, or?
I think so, brother. I think that second period, I was like, shit. You know, I'm sucking up a little bit here. I'm not dropping as hard as bombs I was first round, so I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I got to get down and keep down and stop eating all those Twinkies, you know.
Well, in any case, man, dominating performance.
Thanks, brother.
Congratulations.